This is Dan Dix here, reporting for Press for Truth here on Parliament Hill in Ottawa, Canada, for the North American Leaders Summit. And I am currently joined by the one and only, the Donald himself, Donald Trump. My goodness, sir, what on earth brings you to Ottawa?
Hey Dan, real honor to be here. You know, I mean, honestly, Ottawa, what can I say? If I was me, if I gone and built it, it'd be much more luxurious, right? It'd just be so much more primed and pad, a lot of gold. But I can say that I'm here for the NAU and we are gonna go and make a difference. Yes, a great difference.
Spot on, perfect, well said. Exactly what I would expect from the Donald. Now, in all seriousness, tell us a little bit about what brought you out to this rally today. Not much of a protest, I guess, this event here today.
Yeah, well, my name is Isaac, and yeah, so I went and I came out for the North American Union and to go and see just a little bit about what the leaders of this continent are going to be talking about, whether it be NAFTA, the TPP, and see what kind of changes might be happening, especially with Obama kind of leaving and Justin now also going and trying to pick up kind of on his trails.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people seem to not really be aware of what the issues are going to be discussed here. A lot of people think it's going to be about, talking about climate change and talking about various free trade deals. But you mentioned the North American Union. Tell us a little bit more about what that agenda entails.
You talk about how there's a sparse amount of people here, and I got to say, I really agree that there is a sparse amount, especially in contrast to the amount of security. Yeah. When it comes to the North American Union, it's almost like finding this starting point of a one world government here on the Western Hemisphere, especially with trying to mimic the other countries' security standards, and then going and looking at the TPP. If we're going to follow in with that, right, that needs to be seriously renegotiated. So I'm kind of curious at how the North American Union is going to be developing in a whole. But as a nation, I'm wondering if people even know or care.
Yeah. Do you think it's something that the people would actually eventually go for, and especially in the wake of this Brexit, this Britain's exit from the EU, perhaps this is an inkling to people that this is not something that people want. Do you think the Canadian people would ever go for such a thing? And if not, like, how are they going to pull this one off? Are they going to trick them into it?
Well, again, I think with the lack of knowledge of the entire issue, I think that most Canadians, Americans and Mexicans alike, would be a little bit surprised at a vote in itself, just because what is that exactly? I mean, we've kind of been thought of ourselves as independent, since our respective years. So in a way, yeah, I think people would go for it, because I think that the world is kind of uniting and trying to become more one and stronger as that is.
10 years ago, this summit was held here in Canada, and at that time, it was called the Security and Prosperity Partnership, and there was hundreds, if not thousands, of protesters who used to show up to these things. Now, as we said, it's there's hardly any protests going on at all. What do you think of the future of this movement? Is it falling apart, or is it just a case of people in Ottawa?
Well, as far as protests, here in Ottawa, it's not as popular, especially on issues that go and bring this much security. We're also only a couple days shy of Canada Day. I know people are trying to go and keep in a peaceful atmosphere. When you see this much kind of security, you shy away from coming to cause too much controversy. And I feel that they've also gone and found that the ways that they're protesting in that manner are not exactly conducive to go and get their argument across. Whereas they're using a lot more social media to go and put pressure upon those.
Yeah. Final thoughts as someone coming to this rally dressed as Donald Trump. What are your thoughts on our selected Prime Minister Justin Trudeau?
Well, so for a personal standpoint, I would much rather we were on a conservative nature and more on the right. Some of the changes that the Trudeaus have done so far are not exactly up to my ethics and morals that I believe in, and I just think that if we don't go and hold on to a little bit of our identity, even for the fact of changing our own national anthem, then we're gonna be really wondering what happened to us. Just like Donald said. Like what is going on, right? And with all this security, if we keep on going and trading our freedoms for security, we're going to end up losing both. quoting Benjamin Franklin. And so I kind of oppose some of this radical change right now, and kind of want to hold on to a bit of our own identity right now. So
yeah, well said. I would have to agree. Thank you again for speaking to us here, and have a safe flight back to the United States.
it's been a pleasure. Thanks, Dan.